Well, good evening, everybody. Whatever time it is where you are, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is. For me, as you can see, it's a little bit later. Nothing crazy though. We're coming back at you with another RDR2 video, but this one's a little bit different. I'm not actually going to be doing any gameplay. I mentioned in, I believe it was the video before last, that there's some applications and tools I've used to help me before when I played the game. I'm going to go ahead and show you that. I said tools, but really it's this main one. You can also search for individual mission help if you'd like. I didn't do a lot of that. I just wanted something that would help me find everything we need to get 100%, because that is quite the undertaking. Like I also previously mentioned, if you don't have some sort of assistance showing you where you need to do certain things, you can play the game for years. The map is just so large, so immersive that getting 100%, I imagine, and just stumbling across it would take a while. Too much to test my patience, so we don't want to do that. So I'm going to go and show you that site right now. So go and open up your browser. I, of course, do have it saved as a favorite, but if you just go to Google and type in RDR2 Map, it's going to be your first result that pops up. And you see the site. It's simple, just rdr2map.com. Now, they also have an app for it. I know I've originally got the app first. I used this one. I know there are some others like the IGN and several others, but this was the first one I stumbled upon about a year ago, and at the time it seemed to be the most inclusive. It had more stuff than anything else. I don't know if some of these other ones have surpassed it, because there is still some stuff missing, but it just worked really cleanly. I liked it. Again, there's an app. It works on your browser real well on your phone, and that's where I generally will be accessing it, is off my phone whenever we actually play. So we'll go ahead and hop right into it. So this is our map. Now, it does have a pro version and then a free version. The free version, as you can see, there are going to be ads that pop in. I registered a long time ago, mainly because if you don't, we'll show you a little bit real quick before I get to that. So we can hide everything, we can show everything. You could even do down here a detailed map, and again, this is all available within the apps as well. If you see, it now highlights all the roads really clearly. I like to just normally keep it at default. It seems a little bit easier to see and navigate. But you can also select individual items, so we know where any bounty posters might pop up. We can hide that. We can just pull up all sorts of different things here, and as you see, it will load them in for you and not take others away, so that's pretty cool. With that said, though, once you actually find something, so for instance, okay, we'll do a gang hideout. So that is what that is, I believe. At any rate, what we do is you can come in here, and that's an online one, as you see, because they do have actually in here some online stuff. Like I know this part right here is all online. As you see, to access it, you actually need to upgrade to Pro. And then also a lot of this, there's heat maps. We'll show you those here in a moment. So some of them you have to have Pro to look at it, but really the main thing that you're looking for is all up here. And I had done Hideout Online specifically, so that wasn't really a good one. So we will just go with, how about legendary fish. Okay, so those now pop up on the map. You can also, of course, zoom out. Takes it a second to, of course, catch up. And as you see, it just basically has a map all the way around. It's the same one. But we can also zoom way in. You can just click and grab. Takes it a second again for it to render properly. But this is quite huge. I do know, for instance, when I've played this before, it may not have the exact location right. So like where this legendary long-nosed gar is, it may actually be like right here, but it's normally pretty close, so it'll get you started. But what's cool is you can click on it. It'll give you some tips here sometimes, so how to do some advanced reeling, so forth. But what you can do is log in to track your found locations. Now, with the free version, I believe it caps out at 50. So, of course, if you want to show all, we could get 50 just right here. So you obviously see the entire map. It's just full with them. So it's kind of nice to track them and have all of them, so you know what we've done and what we haven't. Because again, eventually we'll go through and we'll be needing to get some of these exotic flowers and so forth as part of 100% completion. And if you come through here and mark them and you can only cap out at 50, of course, by the time you get over here, you're not going to be able to do that anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and click on register, show you what you see. Well, okay, not much. The standard that you would expect. I don't know the cost if it's gone up, but when I bought it, it was $4.99. So 5 US bucks, and that was for a lifetime license. So we are going to go ahead and log into it real quick. We'll type in the good old email address here, get a password going, and now we're logged in as us. So nope, don't need to save it. Okay, now what's cool is we can go ahead and go into your progress. Well, we can save it right now, but obviously we don't have anything changed. It does have some stuff kind of grayed out. That was me in my last playthrough, just doing some different things here. So if you click on it, you can then do mark as not found. You see it highlights back up, but hey, you know what? We want to put that right back as we found it already. We don't need to worry about it. And they also have links to all this, so if you want to send this to yourself or someone else, you could. So that's pretty cool. So if we actually go into my account, yeah, I know, I don't care. Asking me, hey, you made some changes, you sure want to leave? So here's where you see if there's any notes. I'll show you that in a moment, but how many total locations. We can go ahead and reset the progress, and yes, I'm okay with it because we're starting over. We haven't even gotten to the point where we can really start using a lot of this. So, but there you go. So it's a pretty cool feature. Again, I had the add note because you can do this wherever you were on the map. I didn't really use the add notes, but I don't know if it's going to do it like in the last spot I clicked on the map. We're going to find that out together. No, it's just going to go wherever the center of your map is, I guess. Try that again. Yeah, that's what it's doing. So you can also come in here and click on the note, delete it if you want. I'm sure that could be very useful, but that's just nothing I've really ever found interest in using. So yeah, this is a big resource. I was going to show you some. They're showing all again, but I was going to show you some of these heat maps. Now that you see I'm logged in with my pro account, you can start seeing everything now. So the heat maps, so you've got it for fish, animals, birds. It doesn't have every animal in the game, but it's got the majority of what we're going to need. So let's say we want to find us an alligator. There it is. That's your heat map. It shows you where you can find them. Now I do know that's the only spot on the map you're going to find those. So let's just go ahead and get rid of that. But we can try something such as I was going to say deer, but he doesn't even have that on here, the creator of the app, because they're just everywhere. But if we try maybe something like, what did I want to do? I was thinking of badger, because those are going to be a pain to find. Even though they're all over the map, they can be difficult to come across. But you see it spread throughout. So pretty cool. We've got that. I think we can even go, they do specify a black bear. I don't think the grizzly bear is on here. So as you see, it doesn't have everything, but it gives you a pretty good idea on most of them. And the ones that it doesn't have, I mean, they're the obvious. Like I said, deer, they're on every single part of the map. A grizzly, yeah, you're not going to find them out here in New Hanover, but guess what? Grizzlies West, you know they're there. You know there's going to be some down here in tall trees once we get to that point. So this is just a really cool map that I use. And again, when we go through and actually get to the point where we can free roam and need to start tracking some of this stuff, I do use it. I know some people may look at it as, you know, using a shortcut, and that's fine. If that's how you feel, hey, I get it. But, you know, again, in order to get 100% completion, we're going to have all of these. We're going to have all of these. We're going to have all of these. All of these. I don't remember if you actually have to have all the legendary animals and fish or not, but we'll be doing those anyway because they're quite fun. You're going to have a lot of other things here, all of these. You're going to have, now granted there's a ton here, but we're going to have a complete set, and there's 12 sets of 12. So we will use this to our advantage, especially when we start tracking down some of the exotics. I'll show you that mission later on. We can't even get to that mission, I believe, until Chapter 4, maybe Chapter 5. Yeah, I think it's Chapter 5. Whatever the case, it's going to be a lot of stuff, as we all know. And again, for those that don't, you'll see there's a ton of stuff to do. So maybe it's, you know, using a shortcut, but if we just tried to stumble across all this just by playing the game, like I've said before, it'd probably take me 5 years to do this. And while I love it, I don't want to completely burn myself of it. And I would actually like to enjoy the game while I go through it. So if I just spend hours upon hours just stumbling across all of these little dream catchers, that's just not going to be any fun, and I don't think y'all want to watch it. So again, going back to the cool part, once you actually click on it, you can mark it as found. I'll know, hey, that's one I've already gotten. So one thing that would be really cool with this tool too, again, if I had the patience to do it, is kind of plotting out what is the most efficient way to collect everything we need for 100%. I would presume what we would probably want to do is go ahead and hide them all, and we're going to bring up, again, some of those things we have to have on all of them, such as or we need to have one of each, such as like a dream catcher. What else is it that we're going to need? There's a lot of stuff. We'll just go with dinosaur bones. So, okay, you know what? We're just going to focus on those two today. Let's just start up here at this part of the map and work our way over, down, whichever way we want to go. But I thought it'd be really cool if you kind of plot it out while you're playing the game. So as we will find out, we're going to be placed all over this map as the game progresses through the story. So there's probably a really efficient way to do it. But that's probably not the way I'm going to go because, again, I haven't plotted that out, and there's so much to it. I just would rather get in there and just play the game. But so yeah, there you have it. This is a really cool tool. Again, I'm going to go ahead and put the link. As you see, it's really simple, RDR2Map.com. I'm going to put that in the description. And if y'all have any suggestions, anything that you've used to help you get through this, because again, to get 100%, unless you just have the patience of Job, you're going to want to use something like this. And I know this isn't the only asset out there. Of course, you can also put those off to the side, so it's a lot more immersive, see a lot more. But yeah, just tell me what you think, and we're going to get back into videos here soon. So thanks for watching. We will be coming out with another RDR2 video. I plan on having one either today or tomorrow. The today part, I haven't even recorded it yet, so I can tell you it's going to end up being tomorrow before I get that uploaded. So we're going to do that, and I look forward to continuing the story. That is going to be a longer mission, I believe, so I may actually not record that until tomorrow afternoon and then try to get that uploaded sometime tomorrow night. So at any rate, that's going to conclude it. Thanks for everybody that's subscribed, and can't wait to start moving this project forward. Y'all have a great evening. Thank you.